Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Sabelo here, and I'm back again with another bang. And in this video, we are simply going to be looking into the upcoming week as to where we can find opportunities to make some cash. But before we get into the video, okay, I just want to make a deal with you. Okay, so I see that you guys are watching my videos, but you're not subscribing to the channel. So here's the deal. I'm going to do a backflip for you, and should I do that backflip in this video, you promise that you're going to subscribe. Okay? You saw that? Go subscribe. With that being said, let me just take you on a young walk to the beach to clear my head before we prepare for the week. And then after that, I'm going to be coming back to the chart. And yeah, let's see what the market gives us.
Big man, what do you gotta say to the choo choo? To the two?
Why are you laughing? What are you laughing?
It's a beautiful.
Why you make it laugh?
You can't park the car there.
It's a beautiful Sunday. It's gonna be a beautiful week.
Hey yo, pen up real quick.
I haven't even looked at it yet, but yeah, definitely feels like it's gonna be really profitable. So yeah, it was nice getting outside the house for once. Yeah, ever since I came back to India, I haven't been outside the house. So yeah, see you on the chat. Okay guys, so we'll be checking our fundamentals first, and then we're going to be quickly switching to our technicals. So for this week, upcoming week, we can see that on Monday we have nothing, and then Tuesday nothing as well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be having on Thursday, we're gonna be having CPI, USD CPI. Yeah, I'm going to be trading CPI in terms of the fundamentals, and then on Friday we are going to be having GDP and a USD PPI. I'm not going to be trading those, so the only fundamental event that I'm going to be trading this week is the CPI, the USD CPI. Okay, and there right there we'll conclude our fundamental analysis. Yeah, and then the pairs that we are going to be looking into for this upcoming week, we're going to be looking at DXY, Euro AUD, and then chfjpy. So let's start with DXY. Okay, let me just quickly clean my chart so we can start afresh. Okay, so it starts on the daily time frame, then we'll be doing our analysis. Okay, so make sure that you are fully zoomed out so that you can get the overall direction of the market, or the current direction of the market. And then once you get the idea of how is the market flowing in recent times, and then you can zoom in, and then you can start doing your analysis. Okay, so whenever I do my analysis, I like to focus on recent times and adjust to the market as it unfolds. Okay, so the current lowest low that I see here is this one, and then our current highest high will be that one, and yeah, that is all I see for now on a daily time frame. Okay, we do have this significant structure right here. As you can see, it was respected there, respected here, and the move from it is also drastic. Okay, so we highlight it like this, then you switch to our 4-hour time frame. Okay, and then on a 4-hour time frame, what is the market giving us? Let's see. Okay, we have this structure right here, then we can easily spot. Okay, so this was our first touch, and then this was our second touch on the trend line, and then this was our third touch. So as you can see that once the market reacted to these structures, it normally drastically pushes away from it, and then retracement, and then drastically pushed away. So here also it's reached that area, and then we have this market starting to push towards the downside, whereby I would anticipate it to push maybe up until this point, should it not gain heavy momentum to break the structure and continue upward. Okay, so currently that is what we see on DXY. Okay, we also see the structure right here, which is our current support structure that is supporting the immediate trend, this trend right here, this bullish one. As you can see that this bullish move has been carried by this by this support structure right here, which is our diagonal support structure. Okay, so what I would anticipate here based on the price action, you can see a very heavy bearish momentum pushing to the downside, is that we are going to fail to break above. Okay, you can see that there is this minor region right here. Okay, let me switch to 2-hour time frame so then it can stand out and be clear. So we can see there is this region right there. So I would anticipate that this market is going to react to this area right here, or this zone right here, and then we're going to start seeing a market that is going to be pushing all the way to the downside should it fail to react to the structure and push up. So we'll be anticipating something like this on DXY for the upcoming week, just like how it has been doing previously. Okay, so you can also have a look here. This is how it has been reacting to the trend line: an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, then potentially an impulse again. But then we are going to be monitoring it very closely, and then see how we are going to react to this region. And we switch to our smaller time frame. Okay, let's see from a fib perspective, to try and find more confluence. Okay, so yeah, we can also see that this region right here is right around the 0.618 fib level, which is a very interesting fib level when you want to execute within a market. So I would highly anticipate a reaction from this area right here, and then a push at least to this area right there. So that's my analysis on DXY. Okay, so we are going to Euro AUD EA. Okay, so that's our EA. Remove our drawings from the previous week. Okay, so on Euro AUD, let's see what is the market having for us this upcoming week. Okay, switch to a daily time frame. Okay, as we can see that the market is currently at a very interesting area. Okay, so we can see that this is the area or the level that the market is currently at right now. As you can see, this is where the market is currently at, and then should it break above this region, where is the next closest significant area. So that will be right there. So that is where I would anticipate the market to reach should it break above this resistance structure. Okay, so now that we have pinpointed our resistance structure, we have a closer look to where the market is currently right now, and then this would be our recent or our closest swing low. Then this would be the next area that the market would reach. Okay, so we can see that the market recently respected this zone previously. So we can recently see that we had a market that was pushing upwards, and then once it got here, it respected the structure and then pushed to the downside. And then now we are approaching the structure again. So our first thought here would be that the market can potentially respect this area and then push down. Then this can potentially be an M formation or a market that is going to give us a double top right here. Okay, so that would be our first anticipation, and then we would have something of this nature. Okay, but then when we remove that and pay close attention to the price action, we can see that this market is in a very heavy bullish momentum. As you can see, the types of candlestick that we are having as the market approaches this structure. Okay, so we are going to be paying very close attention around this area to see as to what is the momentum, what is the bullish momentum doing around this significant area. But if we also look at it from this perspective, when we switch to a 4-hour time frame, okay, you can see a continuation pattern right here. Okay, so this would be our diagonal support structure that it is coming from. Okay, and then this area right here would be our resistance. Okay, so now you can clearly see that we have a market that is impulse correction right here, and then broke this resistance structure. Then we had a retest of it right here, and then now we are going to potentially have an impulse to the upside. Okay, so now you can see that if we were looking at it only from a support and resistance area, it would have tricked us to jumping or to only anticipating a market that is going to respect the structure and push to the downside. But when we make use of patterns as well, then we get a different perspective as to that this market can potentially break through the structure and push to the upside. And that is what I am anticipating from EA. So I'm highly anticipating that this market is going to continue pushing to the upside up until that area. But then I would wait for this area right here, for the market to close above this area. Okay, let me just switch to a smaller time frame. Okay, so I would wait for the market to close above this area, then maybe have another sort of structure like this, and then I'll be finding my entry right here. As you can see, this would be a break and then retest, and then I would enter right here, and then I would anticipate a market that is going to continue pushing to the upside like that. But then should it gives this heavy bearish presence right around this point, and then I'll be changing my bias from bullish to bearish. So yeah, we are going to be paying very close attention from this area right here as we are anticipating a long on EA. But for now there isn't any entry point that I can pinpoint as of right now. It's just a matter of being patient. As you can see that we are at a resistance structure right here. So in order for us to confirm that indeed we are very long on this trade, we would like to see some bullish momentum and break above this structure, then maybe some reaction to this level, and that is where we'll be anticipating to take our long entry to the upside. But then should the market fail to break above this structure, and we see that we are getting a heavy bearish presence, I'll be looking for a market to break this immediate trend that is currently carrying this bullish movement to the upside. So I would wait for a break of the structure and retest somewhere, and then I'll take a shot on this trade. But as for now, we do not have an instant entry on EA. Okay, and that concludes our analysis for EA. And then our last pair for the day would be chfjpy. Okay, and then here on chfjpy, okay, let me firstly remove my drawings from the previous week. Okay, then let's start on a daily time frame. Okay, we can clearly see that we are having a market that is very extended, as you can see. Let me see what we have on a weekly. Okay, so as you can see that this market is currently extended. It has been bullish for a very long time, as you can see. It has been on a very bullish movement for a longest time. Okay, so we're going to be focusing around this area. Okay, so on a daily time frame, there isn't any significant area that I can easily pinpoint from a daily time frame that is close, okay, other than this area right here. So that is a significant area that I can highlight from a daily time frame. Okay, and then we jump to 4 hours. Okay, so when we switch to 4 hours, okay, we can see that we have this area right here being our resistance structure. As you can see that we had this market pushing from the downside. It reacted to this structure and then tried pushing down, came back again, and then we had this huge impulse pushing to the downside, and then it ran back again, and then you can see that now we are currently having a very heavy bearish momentum that is potentially pushing this market to the downside. Okay, and then what else can we see right here? Okay, so that is also a structure that was useful before this push to the downside. So for now, it is irrelevant based on how I analyze. Okay, so we also have this area which is of high importance. Okay, so right here, this is what I am seeing. I'm seeing this market definitely pushing to this area right here, and that is not the only confluence that I'm using when it comes to this analysis. I've also had a look at other pairs with JPY as a code currency, and then I can pinpoint that indeed the JPY is gaining strength into the upcoming week. Okay, so when we switch to smaller time frame, we can see that this market, okay, has had this level here, and then from the top side we have had a market that is in a position like this, showing you that the bearish moment, the bears are gaining momentum like this, and right here we are potentially going to blow right through this area and push to the downside, targeting this area right here. Okay, so we'll switch to 1 hour time frame. Okay, so also 30 minutes, as I cannot see very much here. Okay, so we can see here that indeed our highs are, we are having higher lows right here. This is the market that is creating higher lows right here. Okay, yeah, we can see that this market is creating higher lows right here, as you can see. And then we are simply waiting for a break of the structure and the retest, and then we'll be taking our short right here. So a break and then a retest to the structure will be providing us with a short entry that will be taking from that area, and then we'll be carrying it all the way to that structure right there. And as you can see, that's a 300 pip movement. It is not going to happen in just a couple of hours. That can take even a week or two for the entire market to unfold like that. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely be waiting for a break of structure and then a retest, and that is where we are going to be taking our short entry. Or should this market retraces back to pushes back to this trend line, I'll be anticipating a short on a trend line, and that is where I'll be finding my entry on that trend line, and then I'll be riding this market all the way to the downside. But then we still have the possibility of this market breaking. Okay, we have a possibility of this market breaking the structure and then retesting, and then continue pushing to the upside, as we can see that it is indeed in a very heavy bullish momentum. But then it has been in that heavy bullish momentum for a very long time. So this is very much an exhausted bullish movement from my perspective. So I am having a short bias when it comes to chfjpy. So yeah, that concludes our analysis for today.